Well done.
Well done.
Tough spare, and the emotion is building a little bit. And Doug Kent right now is getting more and more into this, more adrenaline going, because he knows he's playing a great player, and Pete Weber can't afford any mistakes. Even though Pete's given him a couple opens, this match has a long way to go. We're only in the 7th frame.
17 pins the difference. Kent working on a spare.
Pete Weber during the commercial break was stomping around on the approach. He's pretty upset with himself right now, so I expect him to make some changes.
Line drive, 100 miles an hour.
It's interesting what he's doing with his wrist. You know, he's not hitting up on the ball. He's just kind of flopping the wrist out there, which is a kill shot, and that's what's getting it down the lane for him. That's hard to control. That takes a lot of talent. Let's see what Pete does now.
Well, he can't settle down any further left. He says, hey, I can still strike.
I like that reaction. Yeah. If one thing Pete doesn't lack, it's confidence. He's a great competitor, a fierce competitor, and he loves competition, and he's always confident. Never gives up, always looking for another way to find a way to strike.
17 pins, the difference. He can cut it to 7. Boy, that thing set high flush and left that solid 9.
Such an extreme entry angle was the problem. No deflection off the ball because it came at such an angle. Watch how far he gets it down the lane this time. And this is what he's trying to do. You can see way down the lane. Now look how sharply it breaks and then sets up. But it won't deflect because it's coming at such an abrupt angle. That was a key shot.
That was. You know, Doug Kent's talking about needing that break. Luck not being too good. Well, he's getting a few tonight.
Well, maybe it's his turn. It's been a long time. He's performed very well on television and had some big numbers shot at him. Boy, he gave that one a lot of ball speed, hit up on it a little bit, and didn't seem like he gave it as much room, did he, Mike?
I don't know. It looked to me like he was almost wishing that in the pocket rather than making the shot.
Very well could be. Now, this, again, is a tough spare under almost any condition, but when they're hooking, it tends to be a little easier. You can give the ball plenty of room knowing it's going to come back and generally sit up for you.
He's changed the balls again to this spare ball that goes much straighter.
Yeah, he doesn't need to get the 8-pin this time. He just needs to get it between the 3 and the 6. Be careful.
Trouble. Ooh, he got it.
I think I might use that on my strike ball as straight as that one went.
Boy, it goes straight, doesn't it?
But what he does with his wrist is kind of a unique release, and I've been studying it, and I've never seen him do that before. It's kind of unique how he can flip the wrist out like that with the thumb going down a little bit, and the ball just kind of skates.
Well, he's definitely using 2 different balls, one on one lane and one on the other.
He's just doing that so you don't know why. They're probably identical, Mike. He's trying to get you guessing. See. All right, the lane that hooks the most, lane 37, loaded up for the 10th frame right here.
Foundation strike. $17 pins the difference. Weber's got to do it now if he's going to do it.
Well, he needs at least 2 strikes to make Doug Kent do anything in the 10th.
Closer, but just not quite there.
Well, he made 2 great shots when he needed to. There's a look at Pete's fiance.
He sure knows how to pick the great-looking gals. Tracy there. She doesn't look real happy about everything right now. But he's not dead yet. Just one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel. But
well, he needs 2 strikes here to make Doug Kent mark. That's really what it amounts to, if my math is correct. 188 maximum for Pete Weber if he strikes out. Doug Kent going at a 196 pace. Would need to mark in the 10th if Pete can double.
Boy, it's terrible when it hooks early and then you throw it and it can still you throw it wider and it doesn't make it back.
Right, and he said something. We couldn't quite hear what it was, but the audience enjoyed it. They got a little chuckle out of it. And at least he still has a sense of humor.
248 converted. Not going to be enough though.
You know, it's been my experience, and I've seen other players in the same situation. When you make major changes in your game, such as what Pete Weber is trying to do, when you get into a pressure situation, you tend to revert back to old habits, and that could be what some of his problems were. I'm not saying that was it, but it's possible.
Well, Pete Weber finishes with 175. Doug Kent shot 217 the first game. If he strikes out here, he'd finish with 216.
Well, right now, Doug Kent is halfway to what he's been dreaming of, and that's that first victory on the PBA Tour.
He's going to have to do better on that lane, though. I mean, he just has struggled on lane 38 the last.
It's like if he gives it room, it won't come back, and when he lines it, it wants to go high, and so he doesn't have as much confidence. He knows the lane 37 is going to hook, and he just gives it lots of room and lets it go. Pete Weber, $5,000 this week.
4-9.
Nice to get a good start to start the year. That's what it's all about.
So Doug Kent finishes with 182 and wins. Doug Kent halfway there. Can he continue it? Win 2 more games and his first PBA title. We'll be back and talk about the top 24 after this.